What's going on, guys? So I just wanted to make a quick video today. I just had a little dilemma because I've always wanted a paintball vest. So when I finally got my hands on one, my uncle handed me down a Army issue LBV vest, load bearing vest. So as you can see, it has 4 pouches on the front, which is cool and all, but first glance, obviously I could tell they're not going to work already. So they have the girth for it, and the pod does fit in here. But right off the bat, you can tell that the pouch is more intended for like a magazine style cartridge, and this generic pod is going to be way too big. So I'll give you a little fit test. See, very snug, fits in there, but as you can see the length, and look at the flat. No way I'm pulling that over the top. So I don't know about you, but I wouldn't want to have 4 in these pouches and run around the field like that. So anyways, so obviously you can see the pod doesn't fit. So my first solution was to try and buy them. There's plenty for purchase. They have an assortment. All the companies make them. They go all small to the 10 round tubes that for pistols, and then next one up from that, I found one that Allen Paintball makes is 30 rounds, but that's very impractical. That's more if you're using like a tac cap setup or something like that for the real crazy mil sim scenario type stuff. So there was none practical for purchase, so I figured I would make one. Did some research, get some ideas from other people. This is not 100% mine, but I built on it, and I feel like it's pretty good, solid resolution to my issue. So figured I'd make one. So you got your generic shampoo container. As you can see, I've already taken the labels off and kind of fabricated into what I wanted. But it's really simple to make. It's pretty much 2 steps. The tool I recommend is a hole saw. It'd be a lot quicker and a lot cleaner. I used a Dremel, so a Dremel is pretty much just going to grind and put plastic everywhere, which it's whatever. It's still going to work, but I'll show you what I did. Pretty much it's in 2 segments. You need to bore a hole in the cap, and then you need to bore a hole in the base. So this hole is about, I want to say, an inch and a quarter. So you want to make an equal size hole in the base. So all you have to do is hack off the threads that the cap originally attaches to on the base and bore out the same size hole. So, like I said, I would prefer a hole saw kit, but I didn't have one, and Dremel worked fine. It's just made a little bit more of a mess. Anyways, next thing you're going to think of is, well, actually, before I get to that part, then after that, because the cap no longer has threads to connect to, you need to secure the cap to the base. So that was pretty simple. I had JB Weld laying around. You don't need to use that. If you're not familiar, this is what it looks like. It's it's sold in Home Depot and hobby shops, stuff like that. It's a simple epoxy. You add equal part of both, mix them together, and you apply generously. So all I did was mix that stuff together, place it on the seam, and then I let it cure for a little while. And then just to make it look a little nicer, I basically put electrical tape around the seam. Pretty simple. Maybe 20 minutes, and that was because I was using a Dremel, so you're pretty much grinding away instead of like actually cutting. And I don't have all the Dremel accessories. So next thing you're gonna think of is you're asking a good question is capacity. You can see the size difference between these is considerable. This is, way skinnier and not nearly as long, and surprisingly, this holds half of what this holds. This is about 140, I think that's what a generic pod holds, and this is at least 75 because I took them out one by one and I counted them. So I think it's pretty solid, and I'll show you now how it fits. Here's the vest, here's the pouch, fits in, Velcro's down. Now you no longer have any issues. So you have 4 of these pouches on the front of this, so I mean obviously your setup might be different, but I have 4 pouches, so 75 times 4 is 300. I think that's a pretty solid number of paint to be hauling around for me. I'm kind of a conservative player, so that's all I really need in one game, so I could reload after. And I hope this helps you out.